Policy does affect us. One of the things that came into the tax policy was a re-up of bonus depreciation, a permanent re-up of opportunity zones. Let me break this down. Depreciation is the opposite of appreciation, right? Okay. Most of us are in this room because I heard that real estate goes up over time. Appreciation, right? What you don't hear so much about, but your CPA will tell you about, is this thing called depreciation. You're like, well, how does this work? So we know how appreciation works. House values go over time. You might have gentrification, more desirable neighborhood, forced appreciation. These are things, right? These are good. Okay. Another benefit is this thing called depreciation. I'm like, well, how does these things work at the same time? The IRS will say, yes, it goes up over time, market value, because it's more desirable and has more demand. However, the house gets older. You're going to have bad galvanized pipe. You're going to have bad electrical. You're going to have bad carpet that goes bad. Your kid going to have all their dirty hands all over the walls and the paint going to get bad. Your refrigerator goes bad. Because of the tax code, they acknowledge this. And they say these things that actually make up the house, the roof is only going to last 20 years. Certain things actually will go bad. You will have to spend more money to upgrade this, right? That is, the IRS gives you credit for that. And they call that depreciation, meaning you get the write-off of something that hasn't actually you spent money on. You get the write-off depreciation to these items of the value of the house over 27 and a half years. So if it's a $100,000 house, you get the write-off about $3,300 over the course of 27 and a half years. This is what I call a phantom write-off because you didn't really spend that. Whoa, how come y'all never heard of this? Who has ever heard of this? None. The people who probably heard this probably already own rental property. Because here's the trick. Here's the hustle. When you're a standard homeowner, you don't get this. This only applies to rental property. And a lot of times this depreciation can offset the property's value or the revenue of that value. So you get to offset the real rent that you're paying. I get to offset that income and write that off with depreciation. Is that fair? What they passed was bonus depreciation. Which they give you a bonus, they give you more. What? All right, getting hooked up, you getting more. So bonus depreciation essentially is you get to write off 100% in year one. So that instead of 27 and a half years, you get to write off the whole amount year one. And if you don't need all of that write-off, because that could be a big number, you can roll it over. So there are policies being in place, depending upon where you sit, what side of the equation you own. This might be good, this might not be bad. So the bonus depreciation in the tax bill is significant.